Hello and welcome to the Dokapon Library, here to talk about something not directly Dokapon related, but something equally as important to me.
Good job!
Today marks a special anniversary for the Dokapon Library YouTube channel. It has been exactly 1 year since the revival of the channel, and since then 190 videos have been made to document the Dokapon series, and almost 10 hours of footage has been uploaded to the Dokapon Library. I honestly didn't think I'd make it an entire year managing this channel, but here we are. And if you were listening closely, I did in fact say the revival of the Dokapon Library, because believe it or not, I am not the first librarian to grace this channel's presence. It's a bit unfortunate that the origins of the channel all about documentation isn't itself well documented. So hey, let's remedy that. I want to give a brief history lesson about how this channel was created and how I eventually came to start managing it. So sit back, grab some caviar, and let me tell you the history of the Dokapon Library. The creation of this channel originated from the Dokapon Discord, most specifically from two of its admins at the time, Sadie and Tpcool. Documentation for the Dokapon games was rather limited at the time, so the idea came about to make a YouTube channel for the explicit purpose of documenting information about the Dokapon games. And on May 18th, 2020, the Dokapon Library was born. And while the idea for the channel was noble, it unfortunately didn't last long. During the time this channel was active, 9 videos were uploaded from its creation in May all the way until September that same year. In reality, this channel was just a small idea at the time that was never truly picked up. Without any true motivation behind the project, the channel fell into obscurity. The project had been all but forgotten, with the people managing it eventually stepping down from the Dokapon Discord due to real-life obligations. While this could have been an unfortunate end to the Dokapon Library, it thankfully wasn't. The channel was given a second chance with its revival because of, well, me. Hi, I'm JosephTheElite, the current manager of the Dokapon Library. While I normally try to keep my own self out of these videos to keep this channel's identity as Dokapon, I'll make an exception for this anniversary. So how did the revival of the Dokapon Library come about? Well, to answer that, let's go back to 2017 when I first got into Dokapon. If you didn't know, I am a fan of wiki editing. I've done a lot of research and editing for several different wikis over the years, which eventually led me to the Dokapon wiki, which at the time was a piece of garbage. A lot of the information was either not present or written so poorly that it was difficult to discern what it was even trying to say. So I decided to take it upon myself to adopt the wiki and massively overhaul it. And while I think there's still a lot that needs to be done, 6 years later, I'm happy with how much progress I was able to make for the wiki, especially for someone who hadn't even played a single Dokapon game at that point. Yeah, I adopted the Dokapon wiki with zero Dokapon experience whatsoever. What can I say? I like working on projects I have no qualifications for. Unfortunately, there was only so much I could do with my limited knowledge and experience about the Dokapon games. I couldn't even look up any videos that had this knowledge because they straight up didn't exist. And as the time went by, I wanted to do something more for the Dokapon community, but I simply didn't know what I could do. But eventually, an opportunity presented itself. The Dokapon Discord was holding interviews to recruit new moderators for the server, and I was invited to join the moderator team. And while I was trying to figure out what kind of project I wanted to do for the server, I remembered a certain YouTube channel that was run by some of the server's previous admins. You might have heard of it before, it's called the Dokapon Library. I got the necessary information to access the channel and set up 3 videos in preparation of its revival, which was really just one important video and 2 kind of fillery videos. But I did 3 because I wanted to show that this Dokapon Library revival wasn't going to be a temporary thing. And throughout the year, I continued to make videos for the channel, even expanding it with commentary and Dokapon news videos. And well, the rest is history. I want to think that I've done a good job so far for Dokapon documentation, but I'm inherently going to be biased about my own work. I'm not the best person to speak about the progress of this channel, so I wanted someone else to speak about it. And who better than one of the previous managers of the Dokapon Library? I asked Tpcool if he wanted to say a few words about this channel, so I'll let him take the floor.
Hey there, I'm Tpcool. To even call myself a former manager of the channel feels more grandiose than it needs to be, since, truthfully, I did nothing for it. In May of 2020, a couple of years after the server was created, Sadie had the idea to create the Dokapon Library. She approached me with the idea because we had become friends since the server's creation and administered it together. She was very excited about creating a channel on YouTube to document events, cutscenes, and side quests in the game in a short video format, and wanted to use the HD texture pack to make it look better. She shared the account credentials with me, but she created all the original content for it. In September of 2020, on the same day that Sadie uploaded the last of her original videos, she created a Twitter account for the library. I don't think it was ever used when we were managing it, but I believe she wanted to use it to promote the Discord server. Fun fact, the original profile picture that she chose for the accounts was an alchemist thinking emoji that we commissioned for the server. After this, the account stayed dormant until Joseph approached me about reviving them. I was excited to hear that, since I knew Joseph was an ardent maintainer of the Dokapon Wiki in its more recent years. Speaking just as a fan of Dokapon, I'm elated that both the YouTube and the Twitter pages have seen a renaissance and a surge in content. The original intent of the channel as a place to document this small but classic game was a thankless task, but an admirable idea, and to see its original purpose being fulfilled makes me continue to be excited as someone who loves the series. Even as someone who has been playing the game since childhood, the current content of both accounts has been teaching me so many things about the rest of the series that I never knew about, or things about Dokapon Kingdom that I never got a chance to experience in my own playthroughs, like the unique Robonite strike animations, or special weapon abilities and shield effects. With the library now including voiced-over explanations and updates about new games in the series, it's become even more than just a dry repository for informative purposes, and is now a one-stop shop for any hardcore fan of the series.
It's certainly been a wild journey up to this point, a Dokapon journey if you would. I've put so many hours into editing these 190 videos, and I hope to see that number continue to grow. Wait, if I made 190 videos, and there were initially 9 library videos, then that would mean this video is number... Huh. Honestly, amazing. Happy anniversary, Dokapon Library. You deserve it.